subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! And a boy! Oh, how are we, lads? How the hell are we? Got a bit of a crowd here tonight. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia, and tonight's live stream is going to be one that I don't think anybody has even done this on YouTube, unless someone has, and I may have been mistaken. But tonight, we're going to be talking about my idea of the NRL putting forward a mental health round. I think this is a no-brainer. I think this is a must, and it's something that I'm passionate about, man. I wouldn't say that. I'm not involved in any mental health. I'm not involved in any situations like that. But this is honestly a no-brainer. Why this hasn't happened sooner is beyond me. Why it hasn't happened is still a surprise to me. But before I get into tonight's topic, I want to say hello to everybody in the live chat. We've got about 20 people at the moment currently in the live chat, so looking like a pretty good crowd here tonight. Hello to Josh Rabbitohs 2023, SS Storm fan, Luke Melbourne Storm fan, TJC Sports, Kieran Sports Vlogs, the NRL Memes is here, CJ Moxley, Cody Games PlayStation. Who else we got here? We got Damien from Newcastle also in the live chat. Shout out to Damien from Newcastle, a very good friend of mine. Hello to Devils_Psy. I think it used to be known as Electrical Dust. Had a bit of a name change. Hello to everyone. Hello to Mike. Hello to everyone. We are getting a nice crowd. Everyone's starting to roll in, so it's looking good. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's well. I really do. All right. There's a few things I want to talk about tonight. Now, some of these stats about mental health is actually it's quite scary. It really is. It's actually quite scary. I'm a little bit surprised with some of it. Some of it doesn't surprise me, but unreal. Some of it is just absolutely shocking. But the first thing I want to say is I just want to address something real quick. So I broadcasted this live stream to be 2 or 3 nights ago, and I've had to postpone it a couple of times now. The reason being, a few days ago, it was meant to happen. It didn't happen because of a situation that was beyond my control. I had a family member get rushed to hospital, and lucky things were okay. It was just one of those family members that was just a bit of a scare. So I had to postpone it to a few nights, and tonight seems to be the night where I was able to do the stream without any disruption. So if you're wondering why I didn't do this video 2 or 3 days ago when it was advertised, reason being, I had a terrible situation where a family member was rushed to hospital and it didn't look good, but it ended up being okay. So that's why the stream did not go ahead a few days ago. I've also been targeted online about this as well by a few people. A few people have been very upset that I'm doing this live stream, but it's got nothing to do with them. It's none of their concern. This live stream is something that I am passionate about. It's something that I think the NRL should have done ages ago. There's been a few people in the community that haven't been happy about this, but I do not care about their opinion. I will just stick to myself, and I will agree in saying that this is my idea. And if a few people aren't happy about it, well, that's just too bad. That's just too bad. It's their loss. It's their problem at the end of the day. Anyway, let's get into tonight's agenda. We've got a couple of things I want to talk about to start with. So I hope everyone's doing extremely well. Now, let me start by saying this. On the bottom screen here, if you are struggling mentally, now, a lot of people struggle every day, and it's absolutely shocking with some of the numbers that I'm going to read out to you guys tonight. If you are struggling mentally, there are some places that you can call. You can call Headspace on 1800 650. Hang on, let me get the number properly. I can't even read. Fuck me. You can call Headspace on 1800 650 890. So if you're struggling with mental health, if you're struggling, you can call that number. You can call Headspace. They do have a 24-hour service. You can contact them and you can tell them your situation and they will help you. I guarantee they will help you. Or you can call the kids' helpline. If you're a young kid, you're struggling with mental health, you're scared to talk to your mum and dad, or you're scared to talk to a friend, you can call the kids' helpline at 1800 551 1800 as well. So there are numbers on the screen down the bottom, just here, that you can reach out to. As you can see, just down the bottom here, you can see it. It's coming across. That's the Headspace number, and you've got the helpline number just there. You can call them numbers. So it's not, as they say, it ain't weak to speak. That's what I like to say as well. So it ain't weak to speak. It really isn't. It doesn't matter how messed up your situation is. You can call any of these numbers. You can call Headspace. You can call the 24/7 mental health line. All you got to do is Google it, and you'll find it. It's not that hard. Now, I want to talk about something that I'm so passionate about this, guys. NRL mental health round. Honestly, it needs to be a yearly concept. It really does. It needs to be a yearly thing. We talk about Magic Round. We talk about Indigenous Round, Women in League Round. Just recently, we've had the extremely controversial Pride Round. I think mental health round, it needs to be a yearly thing. It's an absolute no-brainer. Seriously, some of the numbers that I'm about to read to you guys are going to absolutely shock you. Now, have a look at this. I'm going to put this up on the screen right now. Look at this. Did you know one person takes their life every 40 seconds? So every single 40 seconds that happens in this world, someone is taking their own life. That needs to change. That is horrible. That is something that I was absolutely stunned by. When I read that, I was genuinely shocked. I went, what? I cannot believe what I was reading. Every 40 seconds, someone is doing harm to themselves. That is horrible. It really is. That needs to change, and it needs to change now. This is one of those things where it needs to change. Like, the world needs to change with these sort of things. I know social media becomes a very, very toxic place these days. I know going to school for some people can be toxic. Going to work can be a tough time for people. But every 40 seconds in this world, someone's taking their own life. Like, what the fuck? That needs to change, and it needs to change now. Like, I genuinely, I'm so stunned by that number. I honestly can't believe what I was reading. When I saw that number, I had to do my research and find out if that was legit, and it is. It's a serious thing. So it really is sad how that is a genuine thing. Now, mental health round, guys. Now, in case you guys don't know, October 10th, every single year is Mental Health Day. Now, Mental Health Day, that would be the perfect round for the NRL to do a mental health round. But the problem is October 10, the grand final usually happens the week before it, and there's no footy. So I've actually done a bit of research, and I've found out. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys now. I've done some research, and if you have a look on the screen here, just down the bottom here, in June, there's a thing called Mental Health Awareness Week. So for me, round 15 of the NRL should be mental health round. Now, I've done some research and I've got some numbers here for you guys. Now, let me just get it for you. Let me get it for you guys. I was having a good look at this before. So I was having a look at the mental health day calendar, right? And have a look at this. Oh, look at this. We've got a troll in the chat. Yeah, typical. See you later. Not dealing with trolls tonight. Tonight's not the night to mess with trolls. The mental health calendar, I was having a good look at it earlier, and I was just going through some dates, and I was looking at the NRL schedule and whatnot. Now, June. Now, Men's Health Week is June 12th to June 18th, but before it says TBC, Infinite Mental Health Awareness Week. So I think June is the perfect opportunity to have a mental health round. So if you have a look at the NRL calendar, I think round 15 of the NRL should be a mental health round. Now, if you want to know the fixtures for that weekend, I can tell you guys that in just a moment. So round 15 of the NRL, we've got the Titans and the Tigers, Raiders and the Warriors, Manly and the Dolphins, Dragons, Rabbitohs, Broncos, Knights, Roosters, Panthers, Storm, Sharks, and the Dogs and the Eels on the public holiday, which I think is the Queen's birthday, and the Cowboys got the bye that weekend. I think round 15, which is June 8th to June 12th, I think that's the perfect weekend to have a mental health round. I think it's an absolute no-brainer. It needs to happen. Just have a look at some of the stats. Some of these stats will absolutely amaze you. You know, you've got Are You OK Day, which is September 14. That would be that would also be a great weekend to do it. But that's the final series. I think it's week 1 or week 2. That weekend of the finals. So you can't do it during the final series. You need to do it when every team can play. So I just feel you go back to June. You pick a weekend in June. I think that's perfect. So, like I said, I think June 8th to June 12th, it's an absolute no-brainer. I think that would be the perfect weekend for NRL mental health round. I think that would be outstanding. The other thing that we need for mental health round is mental health jerseys. So, you know, on the sponsors, you've got the alcohol sponsors, the gambling sponsors. For one weekend, now this would not hurt. One weekend and one weekend alone, remove the alcohol sponsors, remove the gambling ads that are on the jerseys. One weekend and one weekend alone, have a mental health jersey. Get stuff on it that says, "Are you okay?" Get stuff on it that says mental health. Stuff like, you know, reaching out, stuff like that. Are you okay? All this sort of stuff. I think that would be fantastic. On the jerseys, have like a mental health jersey. Just call it like, "Are you okay?" on the front. Have something on the back. Be like, "It ain't weak to speak. Speak up." Stuff like that, you know, inspires mental health. So I think that would be absolutely outstanding. Get some mental health jerseys going. Get some mental health flags. Get something going. Have a 1 minute silence before each game to remember the people that have taken their life, such as the late great Paul Green, the former Cowboys coach, the former Roosters premiership winning player, the former Parramatta Eels player. Paul Green, as we all know, last year he unfortunately he took his life, and that was one of the darkest days of the NRL last season, and it's probably one of the darkest days in a very long time. So I would love to see a mental health round, mental health jerseys, 1 minute silence before every single game gets underway. And honestly, this is a no-brainer. Why this hasn't been talked about sooner is beyond me. I would like to do a mental health stream one time soon. So I don't know when. I've got to work out dates and stuff. But when a mental health round eventually does come into place, because the NRL can't ignore this forever, it definitely needs to happen. I am very interested in doing a mental health stream where all the funds will go towards a mental health course. I think it would be absolutely outstanding. I think everybody in the rugby league community would get behind it. I think everyone would get around it. Just to picture this, like, you know what? I'm going to commit to this. That does it. In round 1 of the 2023 NRL season, I'm going to live stream a couple of games that weekend, and I'm going to do a stream in one of them, and I'm going to try and raise funds, and I'm going to send it all to a mental health course. I'll get back to it. I'll get back to everybody on the dates and what live stream I do. I'll get back to everybody on that, but we're going to try and raise as much money as we can in round 1 of the NRL, and all the funds are going to go to a mental health course. We're going to do it in round 1. So I'm going to advertise it more when we get to it. I think everybody will get around it, but all the funds are going straight to a mental health course. I'm going to get into it. So, you know, we've got so many great things to this. You know, we've got Beanie for brain cancer. We've got Indigenous round. We've got Women in League round. We need a mental health round. Round 15 is the perfect weekend to do it. I think it needs to happen. So mental health round, guys, it's an absolute no-brainer. Now, a couple other things I want to talk about as well. This is actually quite surprising to me, guys. Not one sport in the world does a mental health round. That must change immediately. It needs to change. Not one single sport on this goddamn planet does a mental health round. Now, a lot of them do mental health stuff, but not one single sport has a game or a weekend committed to mental health, which I cannot believe. You know, I've had a look at it. You've got NRL, AFL, NBA, NFL, soccer, baseball, swimming, boxing, athletics. Not one single sport in this goddamn world does a mental health round, a mental health week, a mental health game. It is absolutely shocking to me. Unless someone can find something, I can't find any sport in this goddamn world that does a mental health round. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking, and I think that needs to change immediately. It's an absolute no-brainer. The other thing I want to mention as well, which is absolutely horrible, is did you guys know that 77% of the people that take their life are in the age bracket of the age of 15 to 29 years old? That is absolutely horrible. So 77% of people between the age of 15 and 29 are taking their life all the time. That is horrible. Once again, like I said, I've said it a lot in this stream. That needs to change, and it needs to change now. Why? Like, this number is way too big. 77% is a horrible number. We need to try to get that down to under 50%. That needs to go down. Like, 77% is disgraceful. It really is. So that needs to change. I can't believe no sport does this. We need a mental health round in something. The NRL need to be the first ones to do this, and I think it would show all the other sports in the world that mental health needs to be taken more seriously. It needs to be a yearly thing in every single sport, not just the NRL, but in all sports. All sports need to be doing this. So I think it's a no-brainer, guys. I really do. Now, the final say that I will say tonight on this whole topic, check with someone close to you if they're okay. Like, honestly, you just don't know how everyone's doing. You know, you wake up, you go to work, you go to school, you live with someone, you work with someone, you're friends with someone. They could be going through a tough time mentally, and you might not have a clue about it. You honestly might not have a clue. So for me, I think it's very important to check with someone close to you if they're okay. You know, ask them every day. Say, hey, are you okay today? It doesn't hurt. The worst thing they're going to tell you is F off, but realistically, they're going to answer you half the time. Just ask them. Walk up to someone tomorrow. Ask them, are you okay? Wake up tomorrow morning before you go to work, before you go to school, before you get on with your day off, whatever it is. Go up to somebody and say, are you okay? I just want to know if you're okay. Ask them. They might get a rude shock, but ask them if they're okay, honestly. Just ask them. So, you know, like I said before, it ain't weak to speak about things. Talk to them. If you're struggling, there are people you can contact. You can call people 24/7. I'm going to put it up on the screen once again. Honestly, guys, it ain't weak to speak. It really isn't. You can call Headspace. You can call them at 1800 650 890. And you can also call the Kids Helpline at 1-800 5518 1-800 as well. So there are so many people that you can contact about mental health. Some people feel comfortable with their family. Some feel comfortable with someone else. Honestly, it is not weak to speak. So, honestly, guys, I'm going to wrap things up in just a moment. But honestly, the NRL, they need a mental health round. It needs to be a yearly thing. I don't know why it hasn't happened sooner. So, honestly, guys, if you're struggling with mental health, just reach out to somebody. Somebody will talk to you, whether it be a 24/7 hotline, whether it be your mum, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your best friend, whether it be whoever it may be. It is not weak to speak. It needs NRL mental health round, guys. It needs to be a yearly concept. I don't understand why it hasn't happened yet. 77% of people between the age of 15 and 29 are taking their life every 40 seconds. That's a horrible thing to talk about, but it's true and something needs to change. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream tonight. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 3K subscribers, so make sure to like and subscribe. Anyway, we're getting out of here, guys. As I say all the time, guys, haters are going to hate, right? So anyway, have a fantastic night, and I'll see you guys in the next one.